Alright, hello. To recap what we did last time, amid some microphone follies, as you can see, we killed Otar the Mad successfully and we stole his mask. No. Rightfully claimed. We conquered it. Thank you very much. We also picked up the Transmute Mineral Ore spell, and we started making some gold jewelry, which is kind of incidental to the whole getting our alteration up, because we want alteration up because you get spell absorption and spell resistance and whatnot in the alteration tree, which is extraordinarily useful. So let me go ahead now and check and see what's on my journal. The Staff of Hasidoki. Okay, well, first of all, immediate problem is we need to go back to Markarth and sell things. Before we do anything else, that needs to be our priority. Back to Markarth and sell things. I don't know what we're going to sell, but I do know that we're running painfully low on carry capacity. Also, apparently it is sunrise because my vampire blood is now boiling. Your vampire blood is boring. Yes, that's a problem.
No lollygagging.
No lollygagging. As a blood-starved vampire, I am hated and feared. Embrace of shadows added. Vampire blood boils in the sunlight. Yes. Am I actually hated and feared, though? Is a question that I have. Let's find out. Let's go talk to this guard. Sup?
Outsiders aren't trusted in Markarth. Best keep that in mind.
I shall keep that in mind. Also, I just don't think I'm hated and feared, man. I don't think that is a thing that is happening. However, there's a good chance that people inside the keep are still asleep, and if I recall correctly, the Jarl is actually fantastically easy to feed upon. Because, like, I don't have to go through any other door. Ingvar Silverblood is just Thongvor. The Silverblood family will be heard, yeah. He's just up and about at 5:30, waiting to petition the Jarl. Okay, this door is shut, and it is locked. Oh. Bother. This door is not shut. There is someone sleeping here. I am detected. I can pickpocket you. I can't, Now, Madcap doesn't normally play Skyrim as a vampire, so a little bit of embarrassment here as we figure out how to, you know, bite people, which is an important part of being a vampire, or at least it was before they installed Dawnguard. Because once Dawnguard came out, like, you don't get attacked for being a vampire anymore. Go figure. Ah, there we are. Okay, feed. Yep. Thank you. I am well fed. I get well fed by being doing some vampire feeding. Okay. Good to know. See, this shows you how often I play Skyrim as a vampire. And no one cares about that. My vampire powers recede as I feed. I lose a bunch of abilities now, right? Yeah, you just have Vampire Servant in sight. Okay. But you also have less insane weakness to fire. It goes up to like 40 or something.
Jarl can refuse to see me all he likes. Can't ignore us forever.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna go see if I've got anything to disenchant. Circlet of Minor Illusion and Hide... Okay, yes I do. Great. Some lovely upgrades here. I can't imagine there's anything that I particularly want to enchant, though. Okay. Alright, in that case, let me go back to my home. And if the game keeps stuttering, I am going to, like, reload the game, because this is actually more than slightly annoying. Madcap had Twitter open, and Twitter loves to just eat his RAM. That hopefully will solve the problem, rather than having to, like, restart everything. Dum-dum. Alright, go ahead and sleep just long enough for the stores to open. We're not going to be particularly well rested because I'm going to go up to Winterhold and start working on Star of Azura, I think. You want more health? You want more magicka? I want more magicka. I want all the magicka, man. Alright, alteration is only 29, which is a little bit annoying. I need... What do I actually need here? For this... Yeah, magic resistance starts kicking in at alteration 30. And then armor protection gets more effective. Okay, so that's not that important to me. What else can I get? Regeneration. Healing spells cure more. That is useful. That's actually very useful. Over in the destruction tree, we could grab a upgrade to shock damage. Conjuration. If you stay with the Atronach Stone, you are going to lose the ability to summon every other conjuration, which is annoying. You can pick up Illusion, or you could start working on enchanting. Ooh, options. Okay, I'm gonna get my first point into enchanting. We'll worry about the rest of this later. I wake up feeling rested. Cool. I gotta go sell things. I don't know what I can sell. I am carrying around a butt ton of books. I know that. That's probably a mistake.
Did you hear all that noise outside?
Oh yeah, there was an assassination attempt like 4 or 5 days ago. I've been traveling all over Skyrim, getting the Atronach Stone, etc., etc. Yo.
Don't like those eyes you got.
You cannot possibly see my eyes, ma'am. Alright. Novice Hood I certainly don't need. You can have that. The Thalmor, boots, gloves. I have no real use for these now. God, I wish I had Sky UI. Okay, Potion of Pickpocketing. Here's the thing. I am literally never going to use this. Poisons I cannot use. So have some poisons. I know we're carrying around a lot of rings and whatnot because we haven't gotten around to enchanting things yet. But if we tab out of this, we are now at 137. My God, what is eating us weight wise? I mean, it's books that we're just carrying around for no reason. Okay. All right, new plan. I'm going to continue to use the abandoned house in Markarth. Oh, hello.
The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say?
I definitely haven't noticed any vampire
You're
menace.
not paying attention then, like almost everyone else around.
Speaking of not paying attention, my blood is boiling. That's perfectly normal.
They never took the threat seriously, and now they paid the price.
Okay.
The vigilance mostly.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about the Vigil of Stendarr. I definitely didn't murder a couple of them recently.
Our leader, Isran, is reestablishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Ha! Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material.
I've been looking for you.
Look at you.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Your Learn a trade.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Items added. That's so helpful, my dude. Alright, let's look at books and see what new thing just showed up. Warrior's Challenge. A great house on the mountainside north of Belgrade. Might have to call it Hendrheim. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, so I can get a real house.
They're reforming the Dawn Guard.
I can get a real house by going to Hendrheim. Yes. Why don't I do that? Rather than continue to use this the little shack. We do get a new spell. Let's work on that right now. So right now I have Flame Atronach, Elemental Bolt, Healing, Highborn isn't actually a spell, it's just an ability, and Stoneflesh. I have 4 spells. I get a 5th. What do you want? I was thinking Conjure Undying Ghost, just because I think that could be funny. The other thing you might want. Vampiric Drain is completely useless. No. Okay, I wouldn't do Conjure Undying Ghost yet. I'm actually gonna pick up Bound. That's 174 magicka to cast it. Wow. Never mind. Why don't you give me Fury back just so that I can work on an illusion spell? Yeah, that's fine. That'll work for me. And then yes, so at some point we'll need to go back and get the Apprentice Stone. Now that I have gotten what I need out of the Atronach Stone. Although I can't help but notice that the Atronach Stone did increase my base magicka. So if you wanted to do the ghost thing, that would be an optione. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut a path back to the east. We're going to go get Hendrheim. I'm not really sure that I actually want that to be my base of operations because it's out in the middle of nowhere, but it will serve as a home for now, and it won't be too far to haul all my stuff from Hendrheim to Morthal once I get set up over there. Do I want to swing up then and grab the Apprentice Stone and then what, take a carriage to... Okay. I don't think I do. I don't think I want to take a carriage to Riften because I do think I want to do Bleak Falls Barrow and get that started. Yeah, you can go to, yeah, do the, okay. Alright, here's the plan. Here's the plan. We're going to go along this river here to Hengerheim. We're going to take Hengerheim. We're going to claim it. Then we're going to go up back to Morthal, pick up the Apprentice Stone. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do a bounty in Morthal because we do want to become the Thane of Morthal. Then we will make our way over to Bleak Falls Barrow and do Bleak Falls Barrow, and maybe we will get all of that done in one video. I'm already 15 minutes into this, but I suspect I'm going to be cutting out a lot of what has already happened. So perhaps we're only about 10 or 7 or so minutes, and we're still stuttering. Okay.
Are you finished ogling the grotesque?
Okay, and then you're going to tell me about Periite. Cool.
Returning to High Kesh could tell you more.
All right.
I just want out of Skyrim as quickly as possible.
I have been to Periite Shrine in this playthrough, right? Yes. I am not dealing with that today. That is not a thing that I'm going to do. Sorry. But yes, I'm level 10. Daedric quests can start. I mean, aside from Mace of Molag Bal. Mace of Molag Bal already started. I'm just, you know, not prioritizing that because I can't use the Mace of Molag Bal and I can't use Periite Shield. Mace of Molag Bal is weird because, like, it's an extraordinarily heavy, not very good mace. It has the Fiery Soul Trap enchantment, but obviously being a Daedric artifact, you can't disenchant it. So you have to pick up the Fiery Soul Trap enchantment in... where is it? It's a cave up here somewhere. And that's my cue for the first round of GeoGuessr in this video. Yeah, the first round. You'll see. Okay. You know the game. You know the drill. The Skyrim map. 5 rounds. 1 minute. No, excuse me. 1 minute. There you go. Alright. What you got for me? Alright, we're out. Oh, we're out by Whiterun. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. We are basically directly north of the ruined watchtower and directly west of the other fort. This should not be any problem whatsoever. That's Whiterun. There's the fort. Here's us. Let's see. There's Ann Rock, so let's say that we're here. Okay. Not quite, but not at all bad. Next! Just put me up in the tundra or something where we can't find... Okay, we're on some sort of Forsworn encampment. I think this is Broken Eagle. Is this Broken Eagle? Or, the other thing this could be... Is this the frickin' waterfall section? Hang on. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, this is the frickin' waterfall section. That would be this. And we were near the bottom of it, so I'm just going to say we're about there. Sure. Oh, well. Right area. Close enough as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we're up a flippin' mountain. We got some fort over here. We're at the southern end of the map near a fort. But that's not just Helgen, is it? That can't be Helgen. There's a lake. Okay. So this lake, one would presume... I don't actually... The fort's on this side of it, you idiot. Oh, okay. And then we're just up this mountain, so we're maybe here-ish. Oh, what? What? Oh, hell. Okay. I know what happens. Sometimes that's a glitch. This round is now a practice round. That That was definitely wrong. This is now a practice round. Congratulations. Yeah. See, once again, we're just up. We're not actually here. We are. That's Darklight Tower-ish. That's. I mean, we're in Eastmarch. For sure, we're in Eastmarch. That might be where the Atronex Stone is, for all I know. Is this Darklight Tower or is this the other thing? I think that's Darklight Tower. Okay. So we're in Eastmarch. We're going to say that that's this, and we're going to say we're there. Again, this no longer matters. Alright, fine, thank you. I must remember, when we're up a mountain like that, sometimes it's glitched. Alright, this is Riften, that's the bandit camp. That's the bandit camp where they, like, ambush you. It's the Good Samaritan trap. We're kind of by Lake Ilnata, aren't we? Yeah, where's that tower? Okay. And then we're on the other side, so we're about here. Okay, not quite the other side. Yeah, as I said, this turned into a practice round because I forgot about the damn glitch. Alright, we're going to do this again. But you'll have to wait a little bit for that. Used to be, way back in the day when I first started playing Skyrim, Mace of Molag Bal would be the first thing I'd go pick up. And then I found out about the Fiery Soul Trap, the Steel Battle Axe of Fiery Souls. And I'm just like, alright, that's better because I can disenchant it. Put it on something significantly lighter than the mace. I think the mace is a trap. The good Daedric artifacts are Peryite Shield, possibly End of List, depending on exactly what you're playing as. Completely serious. Malakath's Warhammer is, frankly, not very good. I mean, I guess we could boot up like a level 70 character on Skyrim not legendary and see. Okay, so this is, as far as I am aware, my highest level character. This is, incidentally, the character that I think I've talked about. Like, she started off being an anti-magic knight. She's Breton, and she used to have the Atronex Stone. I kind of doubt that she still has it. And we'll just go ahead and see which, if any, of these Daedric artifacts we have. We have Mehrunes Razor. Okay. We have the Staff of Magnus, which may or may not be a Daedric artifact. I don't think it is. We definitely have Peryite Shield on this character, but that's probably the only thing that we actually have. Ring of Air, that's not it. Yeah, Spellbreak. We have Peryite Shield. And then we have Azura's Star. Because, obviously, except it's not called that anymore. It's called the Black Star because, well, we corrupted it because that's what we do. Let me see if I can find Fiori, my Barbarian. She won't be level 76, but she should be kind of close to that. Apparently, Fiori is level 59. I would not have expected this. I certainly thought she'd be a little bit higher than that. But she might have an Daedric artifact that is not Azura's Star. She won't have Peryite Shield because she's a two-hander. She uses two-handed weapons. Valder's Lucky Dagger. That's not a Daedric item. We have none of our... We're carrying around a lot of rings for some reason. Shut up! We will have the Black Star, but that would presumably be it. But, ooh, we never got the Wabbajack with this character. What? What? Well, we never got the Wabbajack with the High Elf we're using right now in this series either, so go figure. We should do that, actually. Spoiler alert, the video that we're on right now currently ends in Morthal, and we should just swing up and grab Wabbajack before we go do Bleak Falls Barrow at the start of the next video. I kind of like that plan. Maybe I'll remember that. Maybe I won't. By the way, we are still wearing light armor on our wrists and feet. We're wearing light armor on our shoes. Shut up. Oh, hello. You look like bait for leveling up destruction. You look like bait for leveling up destruction. I have blasted your corpses into the next world. Where did... Here we go. Yeah, cool. Crab meat, not so much. Chitin. Restore stamina, resist fire, legs. Okay, so actually not much to be said about that. Red Mountain Flowers, we do need those. Well, actually, a legit question as to whether we'll need those if we go back to Apprentice Stone. To recap what's about to happen when we get to Helgerheim. Her ancestors built a great hall called Helgerheim. She is the last of her clan. She wishes to bequeath the home to a true warrior. Not a Nord, but I've heard my prowess in battle rivals that of our most legendary fighters. I ask you to prove it with your blade. I'm not going to do that. I actually don't have a blade. I have Valder's Lucky Dagger. What do you want?
Greetings, brother. You look weary.
And he wants to sell me drugs.
Something to help you relax.
You know, there are some comments to be made about the racism of the Nords, particularly towards Argonians and Khajiit, but let's be realistic here. Every single Khajiit in the game is either an assassin or a drug dealer or a drug dealer's bodyguard, and the Argonians seem to also really, really, really want to sell me drugs. So, sometimes stereotypes are true, I guess. Hey, look, more red mountain flowers. Hey, look, even more red mountain flowers. This is what I get for pay. Oh my god. Okay, new plan. Oh my god, so many red mountain flowers. Helgerheim. Helgerheim looking more and more appealing as a base of operations all of a sudden. Now, if only we could find like other things that restore magicka, like whitecaps. That would be good. Do you want to stick with Atronach? No. No, I don't want to stick with Atronach. I have an Oblivion... Hello. You cannot seriously tell me that I can't climb this. I have an Oblivion run that I'll put up at some point. That's an Atronach run. Hello? Todd Howard. Invoke the name of Todd, and then he will allow you to climb. That's how this works. Todd Howard. Todd Howard, let me climb. Thank you. Helgerheim is suddenly becoming less appealing. It must be said. Because I cannot get up this hill. Alright, not a problem. I believe there's a way around. Hello. Okay. That was an interesting dodge. Why don't you actually give me your wolf pelt, and that way I can get more leather, and I can make some other piece of armor, and then I can sell that piece of armor. But yeah, I actually do feel a little bit bad about this, because you have decided to bequeath your home to a wizard as opposed to a warrior. No, almost survived. And then it did not. Alright, venison and deer hide. Yeah, no, I wanted antlers. You have, somebody didn't quite render this house incorrectly. I can't help but notice. Alright, now check this out. Because this is Creation Club content, this lady's not going to have any actual dialogue. Yeah. I've come to accept your... I
understand.
She understands. Okay. Are we fighting now? Where? Oh, you're going to go get your gear. Okay.
Fight or die well.
Okay. There we are. Alright. You have some interesting gear on. Ooh, a Sword of Scorching. I'll take that. Her note, key to Helgerheim, ring of minor deft hands, and nothing else that I particularly want, right? Lockpick, I'll have that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Helgerheim, unlocked. Well, bam, completed. Ooh. This is pretty. I've never been in here before because this is Creation Club content. Did you seriously just gift unto me greater soul gems? Wow. Alright, Arcane Enchanter. This is cool. Sword of Scorching. Yup. Ring of Deft Hands. Yup. Alright. Alright. How about we look at our items then? Give unto me and gold ring. Do you have fortified magicka yet? Yes, I do. Cool. Increase magicka by 2 points. Okay, never mind. I mean... Look, we got to do that at some point. Yeah, fair. Let's just start doing some really baby enchantments then. So, gold ring, fortify Magicka by 2 points. Cool. Petty soul gem. Rename this baby's first battery ring. Cool. Well, bam. Enchanting up to 39. Not saying that was good or anything, but I can now add baby's first battery ring. There we go. Shock resistance up by 4%, and Magicka up by 2. Yes. All right. Well, this is. So we got. Oh my God, we got a bunch of potions too. And we got this Magicka recovery poison. Not so much. Alchemy lab. You didn't have to give me fortify Magicka. Okay. And restore Magicka. Yeah. Oh my God, we got a lot of these. Great, go. Excellent. Do you still have fortify Magicka? I do not. Fair. What was fortify Magicka? It was Tundra Cotton. Huh, okay. All right, got some spells. Getting a little hungry. There's a little bar over here. There's an armor rack back there. There's some coinage here. Gold. The strong box is empty. Activate bookshelf. Right. Let me go ahead and discard. Whoop. Thank you. Well, let me go ahead and discard some of my books. There we go. Lovely. All right. Cool. There's a chest that's empty. There's a wardrobe that is not empty. It's got a hat in it. How exciting. Got some small pearls here. Ooh, well, okay. A bunch of stuff just happened there. Bed owned. Bed. Oh, this is the children's bedroom, is it? Ah, that's my bed. Okay, so if I have children, they live here. I don't get a housecarl for this setup, apparently. Either that or the housecarl just sleeps on a cot. Unclear. There's a broken sword in a display case here. Okay. Here's what you're gonna do. Weapon pack will activate my currently equipped weapon. Yep, got it. Alright. Stab of the storm wall. There you go. Weapons. Staff of Fury. There you go. And Steel Staff of Shaming. There you go. Do we want to carry around Valder's Lucky Dagger? I mean, I'm okay with that, frankly. Nifty, nifty. Alright, I don't have any salt piles, do I? I don't think I do, but that doesn't necessarily... Oh, I do. I do indeed. Alright. You can get cabbage soup. You can get a potato soup. You can get a venison chop. 380 points of hunger. This is 380 points of hunger and some other stuff. Okay, so that one's obvious. Okay, fine. And then this cabbage soup is also 380 points. And we got a lot of cabbages. Alright. Have all the food that we need. I'll bet. Alright. This is a bookcase? Oh my god. Okay, there are books in here. There's a frickin' Nordic battle axe just waiting for the taking.
Madcap Sue needs to come here. Okay? Let's just say that's something that's going to need to happen.
Okay. Let's store a bunch of this stuff that we've picked up. We do have an awful lot of food. I feel like we don't need to buy food for a little while. And then miscellaneous, what do you want to get? Ooh, we've got a lot of gold ore. We have a forge, right? I believe we have a forge, yes. Okay, here's the thing. I would not put these in the wardrobe. I would put our crafting materials outside. Is there a box near the forge that I can just put things in? Yes. Cool. Alright, great. Miscellaneous. You're going to store our gold ores. Leather strips, madness ore, And wolf pelt. All right, 87. That's great. We've cut our carry weight in half, more or less, and I feel fine saying we're now going to go adventuring again. Now, there is this Forsworn fort that's literally around the corner from my glorious new home. And that's kind of aching to be cleaned out. We definitely need to get back to the Apprentice Stone today. Okay? So, what you're going to do is you're just going to place a marker at the Crabber Shanty. I don't want to fast travel. I literally just want to place a marker. Can I do that? Can I just set my desk? Frick you. Okay. Does anybody remember how to get into the Forsworn Fort? It's up a giant mountain. Is the entrance on the other side? I think the entrance is on the other side. Madcap doesn't know Skyrim half as well as he thinks he does. And that's the lead-in for this round of Skyrim GeoGuessr. Nerp, nerp. Obviously, we were really, really decent, except for the one that it lied to me on. All right, we're in Falkreath. Oh, this is Falkreath. This is directly across. Those are the standing stones right there. That one was easy. That one was extraordinarily easy. Where exactly are the standing stones? These are the standing stones. And we're literally across the stream from them, so we are here. Cool. Okay, we got a dragon. That's not helpful. That's Whiterun. That's the Pelagia farm. Not the yeah, it's the Pelagius farm. It's where Cicero's wagon wheel breaks down. And then there's a giant camp directly ahead of us. Okay, so that's Whiterun. That's the watchtower. That's the farm. Okay. Not do that. And that's the giant camp, and we're like right at the edge of the snow, so we're about there. Kablam. Go me. Alright, next. Okay, we're up a mountain. I have no useful information. Oh boy. Alright, start moving. West and then north. Okay, we're in Falkreath. I can tell you that much. I can't find... There's a hunter. That's exciting. Crap. That's Fort Sunguard. Cool. Fort Sunguard. So there was a bandit camp-ish thing. So we were there, and then we're farther back, so we're about there. Yeah, cool. Good job. If that's not Fort Sunguard, that's the thing I think of as Fort Sunguard. Okay, we got Dwarven Tower. We got a bridge. We got some sort of settlement over there. We're in the Markarth area. I think I know where this is. At this bridge. And then there's some... Yeah, there's a settlement over there. Okay, that's the bridge. So we're up... We got the tower. We got this tower. So we're about here. Cool. Alright, don't screw me over, man. That is the Lonely Lighthouse. That's Aftland. Okay. Do you know where Aftland actually is? Ho ho. Oh boy. Madcap, do you know where Aftland actually is? That's Dawnstar. It's definitely the side of Dawnstar. Where the hell? Is this Aftland? It can't be. There's a Lonely Lighthouse. Where the frick is the Lonely Lighthouse? That's Winterhold. Crap. We're somewhere in this area. Okay, that wasn't that great. Just a little bit shy. Where the hell... Oh, I think you actually, like, put it on the Lonely Lighthouse. Oops. Okay. Well, Now we know for next time. Alright, I think we're just a little tiny bit under our record. That one wasn't bad. Right. Back to the show. Alright, I have spied with my little eye. Oh, the afflicted refugee. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Here's some more tapenella. Here's a bunch of butterfly wings. Yoink. Ah. Come here. Gotcha. Butterfly and red mountain flower and butterfly. Cool. Here is a looted caravan. Oh. Alright. Paying attention. Dance and Fire. Have I read Dance and Fire? Books. Nope. Now I have. Woggenjarth. Alright, restoration up. What I actually need is alteration. Hold up. I have an alteration spell, right? Yeah, it's this one. Cool. Let's go ahead and spam that a couple times. I'm sure that as we travel north, we'll find somebody to fight. Like these guys. Now, one of you guys must drop antlers, right? I don't even know if I want antlers. I heard it. I definitely heard it. There's a Nernroot. Alright, this elk has kind of forgotten that I am, like, attempting to murder him. Small antlers, there you go. There wasn't a difference, was there, between, Bulls is 25 and 25. They're both only fire and shock. They do not do ice damage. They do damage to stamina, but they don't do ice damage. So we can basically avoid casting ice spells. Okay. Picking up more alchemical ingredients. By the by, this, isn't this a Shrine of Mara? Yeah. Okay. Isn't this a burnt down fort that was some sort of ambush site? Unclear. No, it was a burned down house. So this isn't anything, or at least it shouldn't be anything. And just so I know, when I go do GeoGuessr later, you'll have seen my GeoGuessr attempt by now, but I haven't like tabbed out of the game and recorded that yet. Okay, Sabercat. Ooh, Wizard Duel. Alright, there's lots of fighting about to occur. Hi. I am basically out of magicka. Right, yeah. Itty bitty problem. Okay, tooth. Give me that. You know, we're gonna get another Sabercat tooth in a minute, so why don't I just, here, what is this? This is damage stamina. Canis Root. We only got the one Canis Root. Weird. Dragon's Tongue is resist fire. Fly Aminata, we don't know what that is. Apparently it's resist fire. Frost Mirror, we don't actually know what the first frost thing is. Resist frost. Yeah, you can just have that. Weakness to fire from frost salts. Garlic. Honeycomb. Ice Wraith Teeth. Lavender. Resist magic. Mirror's Rot, we don't know what that is. Presumably damage health. Nernroot we're not going to use. We have to give those to, what's her face? Sabercat Tooth. We're gonna get one of these in a minute. Small Antlers. We don't know what the top one is there. Pearl. Snowberries. Tundra Cotton. Vampire Dust. Okay. Alright, lots of effects just happened to me, including the fact that I'm now slightly invisible. And now I'm not. Okay. We probably need to wait for magicka to regenerate before we, Oh yeah, it's happening very slowly. Also, you're detected by a... Ah! Rude. I don't have enough magicka to cast... Oh, I have the wrong spell up. That's why. Alright, that's you taken care of. Hey, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have a fire salt. That means I can make another hot dish. That's cool. Alright. over here, there's a shrine of Zoglizu, Zenithar. Oh. I don't really want to make an offering of gold. No. Thank you. Can I not pick this gold up? Interesting. Alright. Go ahead and cast up an alteration spell on me, and then... Alteration now increased to 31. Fantastic. Next time we level up, we can start working on more spell absorption. Which we'll need, because we're on our way to go get the Apprentice Stone. Alright, this Saber Cat had on his corpse a tooth. Cool. Let's quick save, just because it's been a hot minute, and we're out of Magicka, and we're going to just press north as though we're not out of Magicka. I'm going to be so happy to get Apprentice Stone back. Yes, the overall maximum Magicka will take a tiny, tiny hit, but so be it. Why did we decide to play this iteration of the game on survival mode? I don't remember. It's not essential to my plan, but I'm going to stick with it for now. Oh my god, there's another one. Alright. Well, that was fun. See, there's a little editing trick where if I keep switching back and forth between first person and third person, then when I cut scenes out, or just like long sections of me traveling out, where I'm not talking, it becomes a little bit less jarring if I can cut from a third person scene to a first person scene, or vice versa. I have used that trick in Orc Named Sue before. Just to get around... either to cut around edits of me having to reload, or just to get around, like, really long, boring stretches where I literally have nothing to say. Now, I can't help but notice this is not the way that I took into Morthal last time. I didn't actually explore that Nordic ruin, I just stopped there because I was getting cold. Right, yes. Okay. Let me pop up the journal for a second here. Investigate. Where's this ritual site? It is way over here. Okay. That's not something that's going to happen. Darklight Tower is this. That was a location in the last... I thought Darklight Tower was, I thought that was something we did in a recent GeoGuessr. No, it's not. It's the tower next to it. Okay, Crowstooth Camp is over there. Don't care about that. Staff of Haxadori. That's going to be this ambush site here. Yeah. Okay. That's something that we could potentially pick up on the way to Bleak Falls Barrow. So why don't you leave that one open? House of Horror. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Where's the Priest of Boethia? Out of curiosity. He is up there at Drudak. Okay. That ain't happening. Peria, Avenzartino, Elcher's Note, Knife Point Ridge. Which one is... Stop that. Which one is Knife Point Ridge? That's way down there. Yeah, that ain't happening either. Okay. Turn off miscellaneous. Alright. Apprentice Stone, go. Where actually is that in relation to here? It's like directly north. You gotta go through Fort Snowhawk. Oh yeah, we need to kill some people in Fort Snowhawk, which we were unable to do earlier. But now I am significantly more powerful and dangerous and powerful. And hello. Wow. Okay. Right. Gold. Increases carrying capacity by 20 for 300 seconds. I feel like that's actually not going to be all that useful. Like, it's far more useful in non-survival mode, where you can use those 300 seconds to fast travel. Hello. Yeah. Okay, you're dead. Ow. I should quick save. Haven't done that in a quick moment, and getting a little hot here. Alright. Bear Claws. Restore stamina. Nice. Alright, Fort Snowhawk. You and I have unfinished business. God, that magic of regen. That magic of regen is embarrassing. Alright, go grab, do I even want this spell? Is a legit question. Given how much of my magicka it just eats. Take it, I think we'll be okay. He thinks. Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. We absorb magic. Hi. Oh. Oh gosh, you're almost dead. We absorb magic, you cast magic. I think we're going to be okay. And you killed my dog. And I want revenge. I haven't forgotten that you people killed my dog. I'm chilly, yeah. Thank you for completely restoring my magic, you idiot. Drop it. Okay. Let me go ahead and get some healing going now. Thank you. Who else? Alright, we got a skeleton who's dead. Right, what do you have? Lesser Ward. Do I have Lesser Ward? I might already have Lesser Ward, but let's find out. Yes. That's what I thought. Restore Health Potion. Okay. Chicken's Egg. Oh, that actually hit. It's nice that it's AoE and I don't have to be that precise with my aiming. Right, so that's Fort Snowhawk. Lovely. You should read that book, that Restore Health Potion recipe. Blue Dragonfly Wing and Charred Skeever Hide. Charred Skeever Hide. If you say so. Alright, more wizards, please. Hello? Okay. Bonk. Hmm.
Knew it.
You knew what? That's out to Skyrim. That's out to Skyrim. That's a health potion. That's bone meal. What's this? Circle of Protection. I'll take that. The door's barred from the other side. Okay, not a problem. Hello. Right, you're dead. Oh, hi. Yeah, the only problem with the Atronach... Well, here's the thing. I would say the only problem with the Atronach build is magic regen, but we are fighting wizards at the moment. Another round of This is literally the same Undying Ghost that we already have, right? Conjuration, Undying Ghost, yeah. Okay. Hey, is this a Charged Skeever Hide? Dried Elves Ear. Dried Frost Miriam. Chest Adept, can't be bothered. Bootin'. Hello? Wizards.
Here we go. Knew it.
Okay. Anybody else? Oh, hello. Alright. Remember to loot their robes. Ooh, Conjure Familiar. I don't think I have that one. Necromancer robe. No, Necromancer robe's good. No, it's Black Mage robes. Why don't you have the Black Mage robes? You jerks. What's this? Ectoplasm. Blue Mountain Flower. Immortal Blood. Ooh, I'm gonna grab a copy of this. We are gonna go to Morthal after all. Alright, in here we got Dancing Fire. Yeah, haven't read that one. Ooh. Necromancer's Letter. Return last bandits from Fort Snowhawk. The North Tower suffered some major damage in the final assault. The fort should be an ideal site for our experiments. Close proximity to Northern Road stores a steady supply of test subjects. Alright, quarters key. Ooh, quarters. Alright, none of these books are worth 50, so none of these are skill books. So I don't need those. Oh my god, look at all this. Ooh, Black Mage robes. Black Mage robes, money. Wooden door. Hello. No, this just goes back here. What's this? Skyrim. Eh? What? Okay, varieties of Daedra. Death Bell. Perennial. Another quarters key. Spell tome Raise Zombie. Alright, let's take a look at these spell tomes that we just picked up. Books. We have that one, and we got Raise Zombie. Nice. Dwarven Oil and Orange Dartwing. Yeah, I have no idea what those do, man. What this? Okay, that's the quarters. Oh, hello. Alright. I have done shockingly little damage to you. That's cool. Yes, please recover my magicka for me. Alright, throw more magic at me, please. Thank you. Thank you. Not gonna lie, Necromancer's Atronach Stone is really cool when I'm fighting mages. Unfortunately, that's like its only real purpose. Alright. More Necromancer robes. I mean, it's not ideal, but I can at least sell those. Boss chest. Here we go. Amethyst, Lesser Soul Gem, Welkin Stone to completely restore. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Petty Soul Gem. The Virtue Wolf Queen. Kiss Sweet Mother. Runes of Kemel Zay. I'm going to grab that one. That one sounds interesting. The Code of Malakath. Not so interesting. Okay. Uncommon Taste. Alright, activate door bar. Open door. Go back to Skyrim. Okay. My vampire blood is boiling in the sunlight. Typical. You there. You had minor... That is shockingly cheap for what that enchantment... Hello. Alright, we level up again. Great. Give me your Robes of Minor Conjuration and your various things. I'll pop back inside, go to sleep, and get myself some Magicka resistance off the alteration tree, because we are about to do away with Atronach Stone. I know, it's really cool, but... Hello. You missed this. Spell Tome Candlelight. Well, bam. Alright. Go ahead and sleep for just a couple of hours. Alright. More Magicka, please. And then we're going to go grab... Block magic resistance, right? Yeah. 10%. Okay. That's pretty cool. That is going to end up mattering because again, we're going to grab Apprentice Stone and go back to role playing the elf the way that the high elves were meant to be played. Okay, even though I've got another 25 minutes or so recorded for this episode, I am going to call this episode here. And the reason I'm going to do that is when this episode airs, I'm going to be on vacation, so I need to pad the schedule a little bit. And pushing that 25 minutes back into the next episode is going to let me do that. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.
Ye gods, you think Alva is a vampire?
Actually, I think they were a lesbian, but okay. You appear to be stuck on some scenery. God, that sucks for you. Oh, the dynamite guy appears to have blown himself up. Smart. It's possible that Caden's going to die. In fact, I'd say it's probable that Caden's going to die. Dying is something that he's well versed in doing.